I do want to ask, sir, when maybe General Chopra can give us a little more on the three services that have come together to fight. But we still don't know where the Navy has striked. We don't know if there's been overground operations or on-ground operations, the way there has been aerial strikes. So how do you believe that the three forces have come together with this one aerial strike that we are aware of?
I want to bring out about the RT duels. Firstly, if you look all along the IV and the LC, I've been in Op Prakram for over a year, and all my service along the LC, we have well fortified bunkers for the forward troops, especially the infantry, and the RTU is little behind. Plus, now we have upgraded ourselves in the civil defense scheme. We also have bunkers for the civilians all along the LC and the international border for them to take on the RT duels. Secondly, I want to bring out that our RT ranges are longer than theirs. And we do precision strikes like brought out by General Shivane on their terrorist camps and all the launch pads. And the Pakis use these strikes either to infiltrate their terrorists or to just to fire them. But let me tell you, they have in the entire 1 year and my service in the LC and the IV, there's very minimal casualties that take place. And we have been discussing that the Pakis are very low on the ammunition, especially the RT ammunition, because the RT ammunition has been diverted towards Ukraine. So it suits us in case the escalatory matrix goes on. And now coming to your question about the three services, like it was an integrated approach. The Indian Navy has been all along the Arabian Sea carrying out test firing that side, so that to draw the attention and as a deception measure that we can strike anywhere like we did in the 71 war in the Karachi harbor. And we want to draw their attention. It is part of the deception plan. The air has been active all along the borders, especially like today, we'll be carrying out in the Rajasthan sector all along the IV, the air exercise is going on. Plus, what I want to bring out, even in the, we have used the Navy has got very eye in the sky, very precision systems, which has been integrated in the plans which have been executed recently yesterday, like brought up by General Shivane again. Most important thing in warfare is the ISR systems. Our ISS systems are very strong, whether it be the satellites or the air recce or the drones. We have exact coordinates of the terrorist camp and the infrastructure. ISR intelligence support, intelligence surveillance and reconnaissance is very important, where the Navy has also played a very vital role all along the IV. Therefore, it's during planning and during simultaneous and coordinated attacks all along the front, whether it be LC and the IV, the Navy, the Army, and the Indian Air Force have been in synergy. And this is the first time we have shown that joint operation or India is ready for the joint commands.
Jammu Kashmir LG has ordered evacuation of villagers from the border areas. And it's very clear that the shelling that is taking place is intense.
Yeah.
It's intense shelling that is taking place. And let me just read out the tweet what the J&K governor has tweeted, because it's very important. He has basically said, I have directed the DCs, district collectors, for shifting of villagers from vulnerable areas to safer locations, ensuring boarding, lodging, food, Medicare, transportation. We will ensure safety of every citizens. Let me tell you that the press conference, which was scheduled at 10 a.m., has been rescheduled for 10:30 a.m. today. This will be done by the officials of MEA and three armed forces. We do not know the hierarchy of the officers, but the statement of China has also come. China has expressed its concern. That's number two. Number three, the most important part is that after 10:30 a.m. press conference, there will be a cabinet committee on security which the Prime Minister Narendra Modi will take, in which the chief of the armed forces would be present. That's number three. Fourth, the Indian markets have opened unfazed by border escalation. Sensex, Nifty, they have opened flat. Indian market is not affected by it. It has not gone down. It has opened flat. It's a very good development. Unaffected Indian market. So business as usual for us. And lastly, the most important aspect, this attack, this anti-terror operation, I think that's a better word to use rather than attack. This anti-terror operation which the Indian military, Indian armed forces have carried out is not only a demonstration of a resolve, it's also a demonstration of technology that we have acquired. You know, a lot of things would be clear, Nabila, as to how we have done it. Did our planes enter the Pakistani airspace? Did they operate at international border and then targeted them? You know, we'll come to, there are multiple ways in which Air Force and other military would have operated. Which planes were used? Because, you know, the entire Air Force is in the, right now, in a very, it's getting transformed.
Yeah, Air Marshal Diptendu could probably fill us in on this. We hear, sir, that the Indian Air Force largely stayed within Indian air limits or Indian airspace. Is that right? Would you want to tell us a little more of something you may know?
So frankly, I don't know the details, and I'm glad I don't know the details. But what is important is most certainly, you know, look at, as I said, look at the way we have, and I'm glad you mentioned that it's an anti-terror operation. And look at the way we have responded. We will most certainly have stayed well within our territory. We wouldn't have we wouldn't have crossed the Askari ladder in violating the sovereign airspace of Pakistan. Yet we would have carried out attacks. And that is exactly what we want to do. So look at the amount of maturity and restraint. And I said this before, and I'm saying it again now. Look at the target systems that we have engaged and look at what the Pakistani response has been. I mean, they're obviously firing artillery and in areas where it is bound to impact the civilian population. And we have been very picky and choosy and make sure that we keep our, you know, we ensure that you avoid civilian collateral across. And we only chose targets which we know are the hotbeds and the, you know, snake pits of terror. And that is the most important thing we need to bear in mind. And our military is, you know, I mean, you know, when you mentioned about an integrated panelists mentioned that. I would like to underscore this aspect once again, that, you know, over the years, the services have come together. They have tremendous amount of capabilities. Today, the joint approach, the integrated approach that we take in our military operations and in our military training and preparedness, the core competencies of each services are put on the table. And I'm sure the leadership would have picked and chosen the best possible combination required for a certain specific operation. And I'm sure they would have planned this well before and in a very solid manner